everyone, this is Daphne Tett, and sorry I cut off all communication with you guys for a month. I haven't been able to find the time to make videos for the past 4 weeks, whether it be being lazy or being out of town or being in your school's production of Pinkalicious the Musical, starring yours truly as a giant dancing cupcake. So before we begin with today's video, we have a schedule update. So it's about Undertale the movie. It's not finished. Despite what you might think, it's not finished. I was trying to keep it a super secret for those who watched past the fake credits I added in the last scene. And I was going to make them all unlisted and put all the links in the description for scene 10 with a label or something like "Sake." But, as I've previously mentioned, Harvey has kerflugened up my life. So I will be releasing scene 11 probably next week or the week after, because next week's finals week. So, but enough of that topic. Today's topic, we have Ash's top 10 Pokemon from Kanto and Johto. I've been waiting to make this video for 2 years. And it has also been 2 years since I have finished Kanto and Johto, but luckily I've already written down all my favorites and detailed descriptions of why, so it's not like I forgot anything. And let's get started. Taurus. At least one of them, I don't know. It was originally number 6. And it was above Pikachu, but I looked back on it and I was like, why the heck is Taurus above Pikachu? What did it do besides win Ash the Orange League? I mean, it was Pikachu who defeated Dragonite. Pikachu was battling evil with cuteness. But still, Taurus was on the winning team. Ash actually caught Taurus in an episode that was banned in America for having guns. And I assume all the Americans were like, how the heck did he get all those Taurus? Squirtle. 2 words. Gang leader. Pikachu. Sorry about the shortness of that last one. I'm not quite into the long-winded speeches yet. Anyway, it's Pikachu. It had to be on the list. He's cute and he shoots lightning. What more could you want? And I say he, but that's because I call all Pokemon by what gender they look like. It's a thing I do. Pikachu actually has been confirmed to be a male. But anyway, and he's Ash's main Pokemon and all, so yeah. Butterfree. It's a pretty little butterfly with the most depressing goodbye, which I didn't cry. That must mean I have no soul, because I didn't cry at the end of the first movie either. But getting back to Butterfree, it's a pretty little butterfly and Ash's first catch. Noctowl. First of all, Noctowl is shiny! Second of all, I don't know. That's when I realized it only did 3 things while it was on the show, and it was just a replacement for my number 1 favorite, whom I will not be revealing now. The important thing is the Noctowl's regular coloring still doesn't seem right to me. Cyndaquil. It's my favorite fire-type starter, my favorite fire-type in general, my favorite unevolved starter of Ash's, my first starter ever when I played Soul Silver or anything else. It's cute and it shoots fire. As I always said, when in doubt, burn it. It also pulled off some of the craziest stunts on the whole show. Let me name a few. Tackling a door. Performing an aerial attack on Bugsy's Scyther during the Azalea Town gym battle while Scyther was in the middle of a swords dance. Jumping onto Weezing's face, almost using flamethrower, only for it to fail. Long story short, Cyndaquil is an adorable flame-shooting stuntmon that will always have a place on my team. Pidgeotto. If you don't remember Ash having a Pidgeotto, do you even Indigo League? It was on his team for the whole season. But then again, it did a little more than pop Team Rocket's balloon. I just like Pidgeotto. I don't even know why. Charizard. It's a fire-breathing dragon, for gosh sakes. Sure didn't obey Ash all the time, but it was hot as heck and you had better stay out of its way unless you wanted a 3rd-degree burn all over. Unfortunately, this was the fate of Ash. I guess that's why they call him Ash. Ha 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 ha! Lapras. How do I explain this? I guess I just like Lapras. They did have the same single taskness as Pidgeotto. Perhaps it was how Ash got Lapras that made me like it so much. I mean, if Ash had just thrown a Pokeball at it and shouted, "You're mine!" it would have been way different. Also, Lapras is a baby and I like babies. It was kind of sad when Ash released Lapras, but a few episodes later he caught my #1 favorite. Latias! I like Latias. Ash caught Latias in an unused draft of the script for Pokemon Heroes. Therefore, she can be on the list. Also, she's the closest Ash will ever get to having a girlfriend. At least that's how I took the ending. And Muck, because of the running gag where Muck would just smother Professor Oak while he was on the phone with Ash, I still like to think it's funny. The 27-episode hero. Or should I say the 27-episode Hera? That's right, my favorite Pokemon of Ash's from Johto, and possibly ever, is Heracross. And now I said in my opinion, but if you want some legit, concrete evidence that Heracross is the best Pokemon Ash ever had, better watch Season 3, Episode 24, I think it was, called Wired for Battle. Heracross outspeeds a Scizor. Poor kid doesn't know what good he has until it's off with Professor Oak. Also, Heracross pulled off the single craziest stunt on the whole show that makes anything Cyndaquil did look like anything. Season 3, Episode 6, Flower Power. Heracross launches Pikachu into the air with his horn attack. That actually happened. My first reaction was, what? My second reaction was, he could have just had Charizard fly up there. And my third reaction was, well, this is cooler. But the one thing that sets Heracross apart is how Ash caught it, sort of like Lapras, but not really. At the beginning of Heracross's debut episode, a sappy ending, Ash and his friends came across a tree covered with Heracross. A voice in my head told me by the end of the episode that one of those Heracross would be Ash's. It was probably Ash's voice in my headphones, because he shouted, "I'm gonna catch 'em all!" Again, it would have been totally different if Ash had thrown a Pokemon and yelled, "Pokeball, go!" Instead, there was this one Heracross that kept helping them. It waited for Ash to catch it, but after the goodbye scene with the ranger guy, I knew it was too late. Then, as Ash, Misty, and Brock were walking away, they turn around and see Heracross still following them. Ash asks if Heracross wanted to go with them. Heracross nods. Ash throws the Pokeball. Heracross was caught. It was the happiest moment of my life. What made this special is how Heracross wanted to go with Ash. He even says, "Heracross chose me." Think about that statement. It re-sparked my interest in the series. It was as if I was watching for Heracross. The episodes with Heracross were my favorites so far. The only way Heracross sucked was literally. It was a running gag. Heracross would suck nectar or sap, whatever, from trees and flowers. Bulbasaur's bulb. A strong Pokemon with a running gag. I like that. When Heracross was sent to Professor Oak, it was like a stake in the heart. It was like, ouch. Heracross was gone. Some of you might not remember Heracross, but it's hard to forget someone who gave you so much to remember. Especially when that someone is a hecka awesome bug-type Pokemon who can launch Pikachu like it's nobody's business. And so that was my top 10 Pokemon of Ashes from Kanto and Johto. Be sure to like, subscribe. We should have another Tip Ventures out coming soon. Undertale the movie will be returning next week. And I will see you then.